Here's your wrestling news for February 28th, 2021, and your headlines for today include WWE superstars on edge as company continues hiding WrestleMania plans. WWE restricting information to talent about their own creative plans. Is Vince the reason behind all of this? Big Cass returns to wrestling after absence since 2019. Steel cage match on Friday's SmackDown to have WWE Fastlane implications. Daniel Bryan name drops CM Punk during Talking Smack. Mark Henry is coming out of retirement for one more match. Former WWWF star jumping Johnny DeFazio passes away at 80. Why NWA deleted all of their YouTube videos. Major revelations about Lacey Evans' Ric Flair storyline, and more. We are starting today with WrestleMania, which is just 41 days away, but details are still scarce. It turns out that it's not just fans who are in the dark regarding Mania plans, as a memo was sent by John Laurinaitis to the producers, imploring them not to share any creative plans with the talent regarding WrestleMania. A source for Ringside News said producers are in a complete state of confusion, as in the past, Vince McMahon has always wanted feedback from talent, even if he doesn't act on it. The source added that not knowing their WrestleMania spots or if they're on the card has put superstars, quote, on edge, and that very few talents know where they're headed for WrestleMania, adding that morale is at an all-time low. WWE's reasoning is that the fewer people who know plans, the less leaks there'll be, and creative must reportedly ask permission from Vince McMahon or Bruce Pritchard before sharing any details with talent. As of right now, only Edge, Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks, and Bianca Belair have been confirmed for WrestleMania, and though more names will be added to the card, WWE isn't letting anyone, not even the superstars, know. Though the Reigns vs. Edge match was confirmed at Elimination Chamber, fans have known about it for a while, and Vince McMahon isn't happy about that. According to sources, the chairman was furious about the match being leaked online and also isn't happy that the Bad Bunny match plans were also leaked, as it gives away future storylines. It's believed that since fans know the rapper will team with Damian Priest to face The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania, it's been spoiled that The Miz will be losing the WWE Championship very soon. Miz has a championship match scheduled for next Monday's Raw, and with it practically confirmed he won't be entering Mania as champion, we could see a title change as soon as Monday. It's been 3 years since Big Cass was released from WWE, and the former superstar is now back in the ring. A jacked-looking Cass, who now goes by Cass XL, made his return at Lariato Pro Wrestling on Saturday night, which was broadcast on Impact Plus in what was his first match since 2019. 2 years ago, a series of personal problems and backstage issues led to Cass taking a break from the business, and we're pleased to see he's in a much better place. Cass hit the ring with Hernandez to make a save for Cass's former partner Enzo Amore, though the pair still haven't competed together since they split in 2017. Time will tell if the Certified G's do team together, but for now, it's good to see Cass back in the ring after 2 years away. Recently, we reported how WWE refused to let Kairi Sane compete at an upcoming Stardom anniversary show, but there will be a WWE presence after all. On Stardom's YouTube channel, reigning NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai appears in a video, where she speaks of her former promotion, praising the company and all she achieved. Shirai was a bona fide star of Stardom during her tenure from 2011 to 2018, becoming a 2-time World of Stardom champion and a 6-time Artist of Stardom champion. Perhaps Sane would have been allowed to appear at Stardom's 10th anniversary show had the plan not been for her to compete, but for now, Io Shirai will be the only WWE contracted performer to have any involvement with Stardom's 10th anniversary show. Over to SmackDown, and next week's show will feature a huge steel cage match with some huge stipulations. On last Friday's show, Daniel Bryan faced Jey Uso in a match where Bryan would get a Universal title match at Fastlane if he'd won, but the match went to a double countout. On Talking Smack, Bryan pleaded his case to Paul Heyman, and a rematch has been set. Bryan will face Uso next week, but this time in a steel cage. If Bryan wins, he'll get his Universal title match against Roman Reigns at Fastlane, but if Jey Uso wins, Bryan must acknowledge Reigns as his tribal chief. As we noted yesterday, WWE also teased a possible tag match at Fastlane, pitting Bryan and Edge against Uso and Reigns, And with this steel cage match announced, WWE has plenty of options for the March 21st pay-per-view. Bryan was very confident during his confrontation with Heyman on Talking Smack and even name-dropped CM Punk in his promo. Saying that he's done putting others ahead of himself, Bryan gave a rare mention to the former WWE champion, saying, "I'm no longer putting other people first. I'm going out to take what's mine, and that's the reign I should have had before CM Punk, and that's the best damn wrestler in the world." It's rare to hear Punk's name outside of WWE backstage, and time will tell if Bryan can fulfill his promise of being the best in the world. Legends news next as Mark Henry was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2018, but he's still ready to induct others into the Hall of Pain. On Busted Open Radio, Henry spoke about his friend and former foe Paul White and said that whilst Big Show has wrestled in 4 decades, he's only wrestled in 3. Henry revealed that he plans to wrestle this year and is trimmer than he's ever been at 325 pounds. After having a WWE match in the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, Henry has big plans to have a match in the 2020s, and he plans to have that match in 6 months' time. We've got some sad news to report as wrestling star Jumping Johnny DeFazio has died, aged 80. In the WWWF, DeFazio was a 4-time junior heavyweight champion in the company and worked as a councilman in his local Allegheny County from 1999 to 2019, and we're sending our condolences to his family at this time. If you're a fan of the NWA, then you'll know that the company's YouTube channel recently deleted all of its content, and now we know why. On the F4W Online forums, Dave Meltzer reassured fans, saying this is because the NWA is announcing something good in the next few days. They're not ready to let fans know what's going on, and Meltzer confirmed that it has nothing to do with AEW. We'll have to see what the NWA has planned, as given that they were able to make it through a difficult 2020, there's something big happening behind the scenes. And we're ending today with Ric Flair, who was sent home by his daughter Charlotte recently, ending their storyline feud now that Lacey Evans is pregnant. With Evans pregnant with her second child, any plans for this feud have been put on hold, and during an appearance on Busted Open Radio, Ric explained how the current angle with Evans was presented to him. "It caught us off guard. It was presented to me. I think it was just a trial run and nobody really understood for sure exactly what was going to go. I would be remiss if I thought Ashley, Charlotte, was crazy about it. For me, I pretty much can pull off anything I want. I'm really good at doing things if I like the program and understand it, but at the same time, it's hard to be in a program against someone in your family, especially your daughter, when everybody knows you're so proud of her and you've been so positive towards her in your thinking and you're so happy for her success." Perhaps WWE will revisit this storyline when Evans is able to compete again, but for now, this angle is in limbo.